News 46 is brought to you in part by...
Even in the midst of difficult days, something good can come out of it.
I feel pretty optimistic about the future. To me, the future holds a lot of promise.
It's gonna be great.
The future is gonna have a lot of excitement.
This is a great time to make good choices.
Nothing but opportunity.
Nevada State Bank has been caring about our customers' futures for the past 50 years, and we're going to do it for the next 50 years.
They just really made it happen for us.
Nevada State Bank, the door to your future.
It can get up to several thousand degrees depending on the fire load, the type of structure, whether there's ventilation and things like that. And when we're dealing with any kind of fire environment, it's the fuel load. It's the time frame. How long has it been burning? Is it open burning? In other words, does it have enough oxygen supplying it to have it continue to grow? Every fire, no matter what, will eventually go out on its own. And that's usually through the consumption of the fuel or the loss of oxygen, something along those lines. But as long as we're giving it oxygen, the fuel load is maintained, you're going to have high temperatures, and they're going to continue to grow. And that's where our challenges are. How can we get, what I described to the firefighters, it's a bell curve. And the fire starts down the bottom here, and it continues to grow until at some point the fuel load starts diminishing, or the oxygen supply, air supply, and it starts decreasing in size. Wherever we come on location of a fire is where we want to keep it. And so that's our responsibility and our job to do that. And that's why every time we go on a fire-related incident, it's a partnership with the community. Pull over for us, allow us to pass by safely, allowing us appropriate notification, good addresses, the response route, as I just mentioned, getting on location. It hinders our abilities when we get there and we have to control a scene or we have to order someone back. It takes our time, and it actually distracts us from our tasks at hand, whether it be rescue, suppression. We want everyone to be safe. The rule of the road is to pull to the right and stop. A lot of times if we're coming up to an intersection and we're intending to negotiate a right-hand turn and the vehicle to our right pulls over but they don't stop, we're still having to watch them because we need to make that right-hand turn, but they're still not stopping and allows that to happen. When we start hitting the traffic hours at Highway 372 and 160 or Basin Road, last thing we want to do is create another accident, so an incident within an incident, and to take the ability away of our response. So we're having to be extremely careful. Well, we need the motoring assistance to make sure that we can get through those intersections safely and to travel those routes. Now, the other part of the question is, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but the other part of the question that you broached is, what if it was a relatively small fire that occurred in your house and you were able to successfully extinguish it? Should you call the fire department? And the answer is yes. And there's several reasons for it. If you, let's say you had a small trash receptacle within your house, and you're a smoker, and you discarded or accidentally discarded some ashes in the trash can and lit on fire, you are easily able to extinguish that fire, and there was no threat truly of safety. That's the one scenario. By calling 911 and telling us of the fire, number one, we're mandated by law to report all incidents of fire that occur within the town of Pahrump. That's number one. So it gives us a record. Number two, it also gives the people a record. So let's say they want to file an insurance claim, or they want to incur some of the repairs back for the cost of the fire. That record is what's important. If they call us 4 or 5 days later and they say, I had a fire in my home, I need a fire report, we can't produce a fire report on that because we have no information to reflect what happened. It gives us, it doesn't provide us the ability to go out there and investigate it and determine what happened, document it, photograph it, those type of things. So it's very, very important. And the other aspect, as I mentioned, is even if it's something suspect, let's say it's an issue where some kids lit a fire within the house or on the property, it's very, very important for those notifications to be made to us because we partner with the parents and partner with the community to try and eliminate those things from the equation that affect all of us, tragic fires and such, or fires where the kids themselves are injured.